Welcome to Word of Mouth. We are so excited to record an episode this evening. It's November.
It's an evening.
My
It's an
watch isn't
evening.
on, so I don't know.
It's November 25th.
It's November 25th.
Are we actually started?
Yes, Cameron.
Bro, I haven't been on here since March.
Bro, hasn't been on since March.
Bro hasn't been on since March.
Here's my impression of the reel with Cameron from that episode. I believe in a unified Carolina. That's the only part I remember.
I just remember on the clip. I thought someone totally ripped cheeks.
This is going to be chaos.
I'm really excited to be here
All right,
today.
wait, let's restart now.
Do we still want to
Cameron's
talk
here.
about Steven going to Europe, or are we just going to yap?
I mean, that's why
Steven
we're
wants to
doing
talk
it,
about Europe.
but
I think we
also
should talk about Europe.
we definitely should, so we can have some sort of fluid thing.
And we can talk about the holidays.
But we're also here with Jacob and Cameron, and because of that, we finna get absolutely nothing done.
All right.
What do y'all think about that? Listeners, let me guide you. Let me ask you a question. Just think about a time when you hung out with your best friends, and you didn't get anything done, but it was a good time.
Keep thinking.
You're welcome for that. I'm really
This
happy
one
I got
time-
to invite you into that.
This one time I was hanging out with Jacob, and we just literally didn't do anything, and we got nothing done. It was like last week.
When do you ever hang out with your friends and actually get something done?
Like when I hang out with my friends at a cafe, like bringing my laptop is like purely a formality.
Oh, yeah.
Like I'm not going to do jack crap in that cafe.
Nothing.
Today, we sat at Golden Age for like 2 hours. I did nothing on my computer.
Nothing.
Nothing on my computer.
Do you see Brandon or Trent?
And Trent.
Both were there.
Shout out
Brandon
Brandon
was
and Trent.
absolutely fitted. And Ryan was also there. He's a cool guy.
Cool guy, Ryan.
They have a few new employees, too. I don't know who they are, but shout out those people.
Yeah, it's been too long since I've been in there.
I love Golden Age. And as we come up on episode 100, as we near that, it's kind of crazy to think back on all the different people that we've had on this podcast. Brandon and Trent being two of those people. Jacob was on the very first episode and has probably been on the most ever since, besides Myers and myself.
Like 8 or 10 times, I think.
I think it's like 15 or 16.
Probably.
It's kind of insane.
And now Cameron's on for the second time in the history.
Second or third?
Just second.
Really? I would have thought third.
Cameron, how does it feel to be back on the podcast, brother?
It feels good. I actually like this setup a little bit more.
Really? What'd you do last time?
Nothing against the studio back there, but with the holidays right around the corner and just right here next to the hearth,
I mean, it feels,
just really
feels
The
right.
hearth.
yeah.
Just really warms my hearth.
This setup makes me think of like when you're in high school. I don't know if you guys experienced this. Oh, nice. Train.
I was in high school also.
Okay, so you were in high school. Did you guys did high school?
I did high school.
Myers
yeah.
didn't do high school, but I did high school.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So,
I also just lied.
did you guys two things about me. I did high school and I just lied.
How many times do you think you straddled a cajon in your high school years?
God, innumerable. The cojones.
What does that mean? What does innumerable mean?
Innumerable. You can't number it.
Number.
Non-number.
People.
Cojones in Spanish is testicle. In high school, did you guys ever do a PowerPoint night with your friends? Was that ever an experience for you?
Yeah.
Maybe once, yeah.
I think that's like a pretty fun thing. I wish that we'd have done that, and
Yeah.
we should.
Honestly,
it's not too late.
doing
We're all
a
still friends and
a
alive.
5-minute presentation on whatever you want.
Sounds so fun.
I would love to see what Davis Domestic would come up with.
Oh, dude, it'd probably be like the most thorough one by a mile.
Yeah, his would
There's
win.
no
for
shot on planet Earth he would keep it to 5 minutes.
Sure. No.
Dude, I did a PowerPoint presentation at a PowerPoint night one time about things that make me mad. That was my thing.
Can I guess?
Yeah.
This was you in high school?
Yes.
Liberals.
Coming in at number 3, liberals.
Jacob's come a long way, everyone, to all the listeners.
I'm a much different guy these days.
When he was 13, I mean,
dude, it could have been anything. It certainly could have been like women. No, but I like put up this guy's car. This guy in our friend group drove like a white Lexus, and my PowerPoint was like about the people in the group at some level, and I put up this white car. There was a little different Lexus model than the one he actually drove, like hoping that he would point out that I put the wrong one because he really cared about people knowing about his car, and it worked. And my next slide was like, Josh just pointed out that I was the wrong car, and he actually did it, and I was so stoked about it.
That's fantastic.
Anyways,
it's kind of like that Austin Powers bit where he walks up and he says, "There you are," and they're like, "Do I know you?" And he's like, "No, but you're there though."
Cameron just
Great
made that
bit.
reference like
Great
5 minutes before
Steven
we started
butchered it
recording.
just slightly.
Look, man, I'm not a
But
plagiarizer.
speaking of the Brits,
Yeah. Is Austin Powers a British bloke?
all right, the fact that you just did the bit, you don't know that he's British.
In real life, is he British?
there is no real life. It's Dana Carvey, isn't it?
No, it's Mike Myers.
Not British.
Wait, lots
Hello?
of lore about that.
What?
So
Mike Myers. Hello.
Dana Carvey was supposed to be
Mic
Dr.
check.
Evil, but then Mike Myers and him were feuding, so
They
Mike
were
Myers
beefing.
decided
What?
to play
Austin
Dr.
Powers. Wow.
Mike Myers didn't want
Yeah?
Dana Carvey in Wayne's
And
World originally because he said it would
Mike Myers is
overpower
like
him.
Irish or Scottish. I think he's Scottish.
Because he was Shrek.
I think that means
Yeah.
he's British still.
Britain?
He's United Kingdom.
Great Britain and the UK, I think, are interchangeable terms.
You
Do you know what I learned the other day?
I'm not sure that's true.
England, one of the reasons they exist is because they want, obviously, I guess this isn't obvious. England was the Roman Empire, and then England's wanted independence from the Roman Empire, and then the Anglo-Saxons, and specifically one of the reasons is because they wanted to branch off from the Catholic Church. So they kind of had their own 1776 no taxation without representation, but it was with the Catholic Church.
But then they became the very thing they swore to destroy.
So when do you think we're going to have like our 1776 moment?
You mean like Alabama?
I don't know.
Definitely.
WAM 1776 moment.
Like, when is WOM going to break away from the system?
Up to interpretation.
What's our Boston Tea Party? What's the WAM Boston Tea Party?
What is a time in your life you think
Like
that you have
pouring-
at a personal 1776?
Listeners, just take 1 second. I'm gonna ask you a
Pause.
question. When
Think.
do you think you had your own personal 1776?
Definitely puberty.
Wait, what's 1776 backwards?
Cameron, I feel like you would know more about this than most people. Why do you think the Anglo-Saxons wanted to get independence from
You
the
said
Catholic Church?
Anglo-Saxons.
Why?
Wait, what? Sorry, what was the question again?
Why do you think the Anglo-Saxons wanted independence from the Catholic Church?
I genuinely have no idea.
Do you know?
Why they went? Isn't it like Protestants versus Catholics? Not Anglo-Saxons. Are they just like white people?
No, it just
genuinely
beats
don't
me,
know.
dude. I don't know. I'm asking you.
Am I an Anglo-Saxon and I don't know?
I think you're an American.
So, do you think that 1776 possibly could be like one of those days or one of those like times where it might not have actually happened in 1776, but everybody thinks it did?
Like Christmas. Like Christmas was.
Or
Jesus-
Easter.
Like Jesus' birth was like 12/25/0000.
So you're saying that July 4th, 1776 is not the date that America declared independence?
Do you know what I learned the other day?
Bro, July 4th is a holiday.
That public school
Myers.
education, though.
July 4th is so cool,
That's
but
when they
not
invented
if you're a
fireworks,
dog.
Myers.
What are you talking about?
Dogs
Dogs hate fireworks.
Cats love fireworks. What did you learn the other day?
So the Council of Nicaea was the final council of it is like the council that everyone thinks is the council where they figured out what was going to be in the Bible and therefore what was not going to be in the Bible. And I was doing research on this other day, and I learned that the primary reason that they met had nothing to do with the Bible, as Cameron just shook his head for our viewers. It actually was so that they could set an official agreed-upon date for Easter, which I think is hilarious, considering there's not a date for Easter. You know any more about that, Cameron?
Like, there's not a date.
Easter's
like
like the
a
first.
singular date, but it's
Yeah.
like a certain amount of days, like in the church calendar. Which I don't know when the church calendar actually began.
The last week of the church calendar was the last week, because Advent starts this week, or this Sunday is the first week of Advent, which is the first day of the church calendar.
Okay.
So which is why I'm curious again why the Easter switches up on us so much. I feel like Easter is a big deal in Cameron and I's friendship because that was the first time Cameron ever came to Birmingham.
That's true. And we literally we literally have a selfie that's on Instagram still, over there in front of Punch Love.
If you
Punch
could
Love.
keep your mic a little closer to your mouth.
I don't have
No,
a
it's
pom.
like-
I don't have a pom pom.
So right. No, we took a
I've
selfie
been in
right
I got like.
But you have a selfie on Instagram taken right across the street
on
here.
your Instagram.
I think it's on my Instagram.
Do
with
not
the
look at
peacock.
slide
Don't
6.
Don't tell people where we record. You can't tell people what's right across the
Do
No,
street.
not
no.
tell people.
I literally
Do not
just- I
look at
already
slide
did.
6 on Cam's Instagram post that says Birmingham is so 6'7".
So,
The worst photo of me ever taken.
that's kind of crazy. We haven't talked about that
Oh.
yet, but Cameron's on the podcast right now because he lives here now. And
Cameron
last
lives
time-
here now.
Which on the
Type.
podcast we talked about what if I did live here.
Oh, holy
Remember that?
crap.
Did we talk about that on your episode?
This
I,
is so
I know we brought it up, but I forget
Meta.
what exactly was said.
full circle.
This is like a full circle moment.
Cameron, give us like 90 to 120 seconds of like what it's like to live in Birmingham.
So basically,
Try not to say anything funny.
only serious. Birmingham is a great city because there's like no traffic if you don't go through downtown. But if you have to go to Steven's house, you hit a lot of traffic lights, which really sucks about Birmingham.
And you never
But-
run red lights. Ever.
And you don't run red lights after 6 a.m. You'd never do that. But
This
if
is
you're
like
going if you're going like not to Steven's house,
Incredibly
if you're not going to Steven's house, it's like really easy to get everywhere. It's like 10 to 15 minutes
What's
everywhere.
it like to go to Steven's house?
This is not what I.
But
No,
Birmingham has
This has got to be like the same level as the first podcast we
the
ever
only
did,
two people in the
where we
entire
just
world.
like didn't ever talk about
Is it the
anything,
only two
and
people-
everyone interrupted each other all the time.
The only two people in the world that would resonate with your explanation of Birmingham are sitting in this room right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say if
Birmingham has good food, good drinks, good coffee, good people.
good.
Nice.
Got good girls named Grace.
Oh,
Yo,
E.
chill.
dropped.
Grace E.
So, in general, I mean, in comparison to all the other cities that you've lived in, Lynchburg, Nashville, Memphis,
Lived in Nashville?
Raleigh.
For 6 weeks.
Why'd you do that?
Lived with I did an internship there after my junior year of college, and I lived with a doctor. I got an Airbnb, but I rented the room like in another person's house.
Whoa.
And he literally had like a cowhide carpet thing.
Did you ever talk to him? Did you become buddies?
Because he was a doctor, he worked like weird hours. We like talked a few times. His name was Samuel James.
Two first names.
Lived in Wedgwood, Houston neighborhood, right by the Church of Scientology, which I thought was cool. Okay, of all the cities I've lived in,
Do you count that? You count Nashville?
I think so. I've also just been there so many times.
If you count Nashville, I count Budapest.
No, that's like not even the same.
I was gonna say I lived for 2 months in Ukraine one time. I don't count that.
Yeah, but
I feel
I
like
spent
if
a
you
summer in Chattanooga. I never.
if you
count
like,
that.
I
I
feel
would
like if you
definitely
like
say you lived in
established
Chattanooga.
rhythms in a place, I feel like that counts. Like if you're not like just like going around sightseeing, you know,
That's fair.
but it's like not a vacation also. Like you didn't just go there on vacation for 2 months.
I feel like it usually, to me, it's like a time frame.
Purely time,
lo-
like no other factors.
Well,
Yeah, that's the way I probably quantify whether I say I've lived somewhere or not. Is like, did I stay there for more than 6 months?
consecutively.
Well, then I've lived in Cincinnati, Lynchburg, Memphis,
I'm not saying that you're
Raleigh.
wrong.
and Birmingham.
That's
I
pretty
haven't
cr-
lived in
that's a
Birmingham
That's
for
a
6
lot of
months yet,
places
but
to be. You're 27.
27. Dang. I am not old.
You're almost 6'7".
40 years. 40 years till immortality.
And then 2 more
Honestly,
years.
Genuinely, this is the rankings for those cities. This is the current rankings, not ranked based off of when I lived there. Right?
What the heck does that mean?
Current
Whatever.
rankings.
You're making it up. You make up the
Or
rules.
should I like rank them based off of like the time span I was there?
No,
It's
like
like-
rank them based on like how much you liked it.
Okay. Genuinely,
What else would
number
you
five, number 5, like
Wait,
the worst
actually, before
city
you keep-
ever.
How
Is-
would you rank them based upon the time that you lived there?
So it's like,
Cincinnati
lived-
number 1.
well, it's like, that's what I'm saying. I lived in Cincinnati
Wait,
for
Jacob just took a mean median mode test. I'm selling
Yeah, I can help you guys out.
Jacob can help.
I literally forgot what range was when I took the test.
That's all right. I'm here for you. I did. Well, what's up? Let's not put that on the record just in case your professor is listening. Dr. Chopped. So like I lived in Cincinnati from like 97 till 2016.
Okay.
But like
Number 1.
we all
I lived there the longest.
we all think Cincinnati's cool now, but like literally everything I did in
Oh,
Cincinnati
I
growing up
see.
is like not cool.
Yeah.
Like going to Buffalo Wild Wings is not cool.
Your Your experience. What rank your cities?
Okay, in my experience, number 5 worst is Lynchburg. Genuinely nothing to do
Yeah.
there except go to Liberty.
What
And even
about the
that is not that fun.
Where would you rank Liberty?
This
like, on
and a God honoring woman.
S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier. Surely it's not below C tier.
D tier, F tier.
Like experience or just like as an overall school?
Holy crap.
Country of origin.
I'm talking about, in your opinion, what would you rank them? What tier would you put Liberty on?
I think it's C tier,
Like
honestly.
academically or I
Like
don't know.
genuinely it's C tier.
Wow.
I can't think
Based
of
on like
any
based
reason
on like
why I
how
would,
famous the scandals are, or like
Oh.
What universities would you put S tier in your minds in America?
definitely Pepperdine.
Pepperdine, I'd go. Point Loma and Pepperdine, I'd definitely throw an S tier.
Boulder.
Oh yeah.
CU Boulder.
CU Boulder. I mean, it's
I'm-
the only university I've ever attended, but low key, does it get the S tier?
I mean, I love Sanford. I didn't apply anywhere else.
I loved Sanford.
Yeah.
Sanford
I
is
love
A
working
to
at
S.
Sanford.
A to S, I would say.
Yeah.
A to S to S.
I think that if there's anything that holds it back, like maybe it could be in a more exotic location.
Yeah.
But I love Birmingham. So
All right, so back to your ranking.
Lynchburg
So
dead
Lynchburg
last.
Dead last.
I mean, I would say I'm not going to put anything at 4th. I'm going to say tied for 3rd, Cincinnati and Memphis.
Memphis.
because like Cincinnati has stepped up its game big time, and like it was a fun like city to live in growing up, and Memphis genuinely did exceed my expectations. Like there's a whole lot of like scary things going on in Memphis, but like it actually was like kind of a
ghouls
fun.
and goblins and such.
There's like ghouls and goblins and Beale
Witches,
Street.
wizards.
Beale Street.
South Memphis. South Memphis. South Memphis. South Memphis. South Memphis. It's a good song.
What's the song "Walking in Memphis"? I actually hate that song so much. That may be a miss, but
Nashville too, or Birmingham.
well,
too?
I'm not gonna rank Nashville.
Praise God.
Oh,
I would
Nashville
say I would say
6.
Raleigh too.
Wow.
Wow.
Raleigh has a big. It's like it's just a big city and it's central, you know.
mm-hmm.
But everything is just like everything's 20 minutes at least.
That kind of sucks. That's
Like,
the
it's
best
just
part
like
about
Super sprawl.
That's
Is that
genuinely
the-
why
super
Birmingham.
sprawl.
Yeah,
Is that the best part about Birmingham?
I mean,
Top-
I think
It's definitely top 3.
That's a top 3 thing about Birmingham is everything is close AF unless you go to Indian Springs.
This is what I think is the top part about Birmingham. It doesn't feel like possible to fake it. Like it doesn't feel like polished at all. I think that's one of the coolest parts about Birmingham. Whereas when people, no hate to our Greenville listeners, like when people talk about Greenville or Nashville or Austin, it just feels so polished. Like so like
Yeah, it's like I go play pickleball.
it's like I logically understand like why that's cool,
Yeah.
but you know,
Like the pickleball courts in Austin or Nashville would be like Instagramified.
yeah.
But like the pickleball courts I play on are that's just the court and the net.
like
Like there's not like
genuinely Gardendale pickleball courts are like the best pickleball courts I've ever
They're
seen.
they're so
so nice.
nice.
Like,
There's
I just,
thank you.
like-
Hey, Stan Hoagland. You guys gotta get him on.
Bro.
We very easily could.
Stan Oakland.
Stan Hoagland.
Mayor of
Oh.
Gardendale.
But like
We should have him on and be like, today our guest is Han Stogland. Oh, sorry about that.
Oh gosh.
He'd be like, man, I'm sorry about that. He literally is Doug Dimmadome. I've never thought about that.
for our
the
younger
mayor of-
listeners, that's a show called Fairly Odd Parents.
Doug Dimmadome, one of the Dimmadome Dimmadome. Yeah, that's pretty. I would agree with that.
I mean,
I lived in Raleigh too for a year.
yeah. Honestly, like, because I have some friends that live in Nashville, and like I like going to visit them, and they live in East Nashville, and it's just like
East is cool.
East
If
is
East
cool.
was its own city, I would go visit it.
That's what I'm saying. East is cool, but
It's
like
like Opelika.
it's like they really only like a quarter of the city, you know?
Right.
And I always compare the way I compare it is like Birmingham. If you like wanted to like map Birmingham onto Nashville, it's like everything is easier to get to. There's so much less traffic, and like everything that you like to do in Nashville, you can do here. You just have like in Nashville, you may have like 6 good coffee shops, and here you have like 4.
I have a.
You know, like
we don't
it's
have
like
an NFL team. Like for things that stuff like that, or
Yeah,
for
well,
people
the
that stuff like
Titans have,
that
like,
matters.
1 win.
I don't know anything about sports, but like, and then they have an NFL team. They have the Predators. Oh, did you guys see the Miles Teller?
That was
Predator
so fun.
sketch.
That actually is such a good sketch
No.
on SNL.
Dude, it was so smart. I'm not gonna be the like sketch explanation guy for too long, but it's basically like the point or the story is there's like 3 hockey players, each from a
Yeah.
different team, and Miles Teller is from the Nashville Predators, and they're on this commercial explaining like how the NHL is involved in charities. It's like I don't know any other hockey team names, but it's like 2 other normal hockey teams, and he's like, I went to the food bank and like canned this food for these poor families. He gets to Miles Teller. He has a Preds jersey on, and he's like, I touched kids through. It's like the I touched kids through Young Life vid. It's like I touched kids at the kids hospital, and he's like, whoa, I can't say that. And each one gets like more predatorial like every time he says something. It was
Predators.
so funny.
It's such a good bit.
So I have a topic.
All right.
I feel like most of we were talking about East Nashville. I feel like a lot of cities we like the places where people have gone into historic areas and like revitalized them and taken care of them. So like where you and I live, like Crestwood,
Yeah.
people took these old homes and like took care of them. I've been thinking about modern construction and how it just sucks in like a lot of different ways. Like either A, it's really ugly, or B, it's like poorly made. You know, there's a lot of reasons to dislike modern stuff.
Yeah.
What are the characteristics that would make like a modern home something we like?
I actually watched a movie at Sidewalk called Architecture. It was one of the weirdest films I've ever seen in my life. Probably the weirdest film I've ever seen. It's probably about an hour 45 long. I'd say like 50-ish minutes of it was just slow-mo shots of like rocks falling with like ambient behind it. It was pretty mesmerizing, honestly. I was like pretty locked in. But basically it's just like all these cinematic shots of these old buildings, like ruins of buildings. And it keeps cutting back to this architect, like getting these guys to help him build a little garden in his yard. And he's like making this rock circle, and his whole goal is like inside the circle, like no humans will go for as long as I'm alive. Like no humans will go in here, and then I'll pass it to someone, and we'll just see how long we can keep this like 20-foot circle like untouched and see what happens basically. But the whole point of the film was basically what you're alluding to. That's like modern construction is like buildings are built to like be destroyed in 100 years. Like that's kind of their max life, usually more like 70 years. And he's this like older architect, but he's still working, and he was just considering through the fact of like, he's like, I make these plans for these buildings and they're made out of concrete and I feel horrible about it. He has this like moral problem with making buildings how they are modern because they just are going to be destroyed soon. He's like, I just don't understand what I'm doing. Like used to, it feels like we made things that lasted so long. So it would like, that was like right at the end of the movie, but the rest of it was just him making this little sundial or this little like circle. And the ruins were like these hundreds and hundreds of years old things that were still standing. It was like pretty moving for like if I could tap into my like most pretentious like art brain, it was like pretty moving. But all that to say, I think like buildings the modern way gives a lot of freedom to like make something look how you want, like in that moment. Like if we wanted to build a cafe in this room, it'd be like pretty easy to buy like cheap stuff that looks cool, but it won't really last. So I don't know.
Because I was thinking like, I have a 100-year-old house right now. It was literally built in 1925. And when I think about like the homes that I like most around Birmingham and like what maybe my like forever house would be, like I'm most drawn to a lot of the houses off of like just around Forest Park and Highland Park that are all like 100 years old. And I'm like, I'd rather just buy this and like update the things that need updating and just have a really old house.
Yeah.
Just 'cause it seems so charming and fun and it looks nice. I don't know how you would replicate that with like if you were building something new.
I know my cousins live in a barn dominium in Coleman, and part of the structure of the barn there was like an old barn on property that they like took down, but a ton of the structural wood was still like great wood. So they like destroyed that property but took all that wood and helped it to build to like current barn. So it's still like a modern thing, like a modern concept, the barn dominium, but it's like built with like old techniques and such. So I don't know. I think like that, like repurpose is cool, but sometimes people use like a repurposed door and it looks like stupid.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
It is kind of interesting. I feel like the old houses, like they had a room for everything. And like now like modern houses are like, let's just have everything in one room. Like they blow out as many walls as they can.
Open concept.
Open floor concept. Like the kitchen, you don't know where the kitchen ends and the living room starts. And it's like weird because like socially, I guess you can like fit more people in there. And like you can have people in the living room and people in the dining room and people in the kitchen, and they're all having a conversation together. and yet they're technically in 3 different rooms. Whereas like, I love the show Downton Abbey, and like obviously like, that's like a different type of living. It's like British aristocracy, but it's like they go from like the dining room, and then they all go together to the like parlor room, where they play cards and like drink wine, and
then they
like
finish off in
cigarettes.
the library where
Yeah,
they
like
have
they
a
move
cigar
to each
and
room.
whiskey.
My
it's like-
grandmother
yeah.
had like a super old house in Roebuck. My grandparents, both of them lived there. Like a super old house in Roebuck. And it was one of those where it's like there's the living room, and down the middle of the house there's just a super long hallway, and like off the hallway is all the like rooms. There's like the family room, and like their bedrooms are off of it and stuff. I think that is so cool. But I also do understand the case for like the modern open concept. Like generally the room we're in right now, it's like this is all just like space. It's not really like exactly planned out. I think about your house too. It's like kitchen
like-
to
yeah.
coffee to like, I guess that's the dining room to living room.
Well, it's fun. Myers' house is just 1 year older than mine. Mine's 1926, and like it's funny to us because, for like first off, like the dining room is bigger than the living room,
Yeah.
which is like
I think
It's
it's the
like
same in my house.
it's like so funny to us like that.
You guys
that
have
would
like
be
the
case.
same concept now that I
Yeah.
think about it.
Kinda, yeah.
And
It's like
it's
almost
like
identical.
opposite.
Yeah, it's like living, dining, breakfast nook, or whatever you want to call it,
Yeah.
kitchen, and then like bedrooms on the side. But then like it's also funny to us because like that house was built 99 years ago before TVs were even invented, and we literally have a 75-inch TV, like way bigger than the TV on the wall right here,
Yeah, it's gigantic.
hanging down at like a 45-degree angle so that we can watch it.
It's fire
Like-
though. I mean, I love coming to your house
It's
to
just
watch
like,
movies.
but it's like funny because it's like that's not how they designed it to be,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you can tell because it's like honestly like uncomfortable to watch
Yeah.
TV in there because you feel so close to it.
Yeah.
Something that I think formed me as like a home enjoyer is like the art of the basement. I think the basement is like always potentially like the best room in the house. Like our first house, we moved out of it when I was like 11. Like the basement was like the music room where the Wii was, like the laundry was down there. Like I love like basement hang space. And like in our new house, it's like unfinished, but it's still like one of my favorite spots. Like whatever house I move into next, it's not a non-negotiable, but I would really love to have I love basements.
Yeah. In Mississippi, they didn't have basements.
Oh yeah.
So everything's clay. So everyone's just built on slab houses. And so that was like a unique thing to me coming to Birmingham. But my house has a basement that's like you can't finish it in.
Yeah.
So it's just a daylight basement.
Chase and Guy's basement is awesome.
Yeah.
Because the guy that lived there before him was a woodworker, like a
Yeah.
carpenter by trade, and he had all his stuff down there.
Any thoughts, Stephen?
I have many thoughts. I don't know. I think that there's just a general. So one of the things that I'm going to use a sports analogy.
I'll
Gross.
try and understand.
So
Gross.
specifically, this is in every sport, but specifically in college basketball, the people who rank teams refer to this thing called the eye test. The eye test is just in general, like, it's exactly what it sounds like. You just kind of know it when teams are good. Like if there's a bunch of tall dudes who like dunk all the time on everybody, it's just like with your eyeballs, it doesn't matter your statistics or rankings or, common opponents or anything like that. You just know they're good. And I think that checks out in college basketball. I think it also checks out in a lot of areas of our lives. But specifically, I think with homes, you can kind of just look at a home and know, like, oh, wow, that's been taken care of. Or that they put actual thought into it. And I think a lot of times what we don't like is when people don't put any thought into it besides just like, I don't know, like
Pure convenience or whatever.
Hobby
convenience.
Lobby signs.
Yeah, it's like, I don't care who you are living in Nashville. You do not need to live in freaking what's like a trendy area of Nashville.
I mean, Franklin.
Like where they build all the super tall Nashville houses that are so
I mean,
ugly.
like Wedgwood, Houston's one of those neighborhoods.
Like if you're in Wedgwood, Houston, Nashville, whatever the heck, whoever named a neighborhood that, frick you, by the way. WeHo. Whoever, like, if you're living in Wedgwood, Houston, you do not need a house with 4,000 square feet of living on a lot that's like 500 square foot. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me at all why they, and I don't know, if you don't know what homes I'm talking about, just like the super tall, skinny, modern homes that are just like so, I mean, I think they're the ugliest homes. They're like those sedan cars that you hate so much, Myers. They just like look disproportionate. The ones that are like mom cars, but they like are shaped like sedans. Mercedes has a few of them right now, and you think it's like the
crossovers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
frick you, Cameron.
It's not like a certified like mom car.
It's like a crossover
in-between.
sedan.
Oh, the hatch, the
It's like
sport
this-
coupe SUVs.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Civic
yeah.
hatchback.
No, he's talking about like the GLE 53.
Oh yeah, that crap's
Like they look like dogs that are humped over.
It's like so
It's
weird.
like
Why do I feel like you guys are just talking about my car?
It's not your car. It's not your car. I promise. It's like they do the sport hatchback
literally
thing
think like
to
a
an
Honda
SUV.
Civic, a Honda Civic 2XL. Like is
I'll
like
just
literally like
I will put a Mercedes GLE 53 right
But
here for
it's like-
everyone to see.
it is a little bit bigger, and it makes sense. But it's also like just get a freaking SUV. Like
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
get a normal house. So I don't know. I think I'll be honest. Whenever I was in college, I heard about this house in Homewood that they built a modern house in Homewood, and a bunch of people went to the hearing because every single time they build a new structure in Homewood, it gets put up for hearing, or you can put it up for a hearing, and somebody wanted them to. And this guy, or this family that was building this modern house, that's honestly not even really that modern,
It's pretty sweet.
goes to the courthouse, and a bunch of people from Edgewood went and like chewed them out for doing it. And then they just built it anyways, which was like, honestly, like, love it. But at first I like didn't understand why anybody would be mad about it. Like I was like, who cares? Like, as long as it's like as long as it's not ugly or something. But I think I'm getting to a point more and more where one of the things I like the most about Birmingham is like what I talked about a minute ago is Birmingham isn't polished. It's not like this. Like we have undeniable bad parts of this city still and bad history that we're like working through, but like we care. I think it's really cool. There's undeniable segregation is not the right word because obviously we're like legally integrated, but there's like divisive like barriers, borders all over the city
Redlining
all
and
the time.
such.
And we're still trying to work through that, but we really care about Birmingham still. And
Yeah.
you can kind of see that through our behavior. There's like this weird relationship here. And whereas, it's not like if somebody in Birmingham was building a bunch of houses like that in downtown, people would like get mad about it. Whereas for whatever reason in Nashville or Atlanta, people like don't get mad
it's
about
too
it.
big to care. I feel like
It's like there's this relationship to it. So anyways, I'm not even really talking about architecture anymore, but I think it's really cool that for us and for a lot of our friends, our dream houses are not some like a brand new structure. Like I love the fact that I live in a house that mine isn't as old as yours. Mine's like a 1950 house. But I don't know. For me, it's like I don't understand. That's one of the things that I'm like the most struggling with for Christmas presents this year. Is like I don't want anything new. Like I get on like Amazon deals, and I'm like,
I don't know what to get.
What on earth would I get on here? Like like a bad pair of Bluetooth headphones.
Clothing is like the only thing that like new. I think I like care.
Yeah.
Even like the new things you get are just like companies making
Stuff that
new
looks
versions
old.
of stuff that's old.
Yeah, like socks
Like
and
fisherman's
underwear.
sweat.
That's a lot of what I've been
It's like
thinking
the
about.
only
Is like,
thing.
what is that? Like, at some point, we have to figure out what it is that makes the old things cool, so that we can make the new things. Because eventually, you run out of old things. You use up the old things.
But old always it just happens.
I don't know, man. I think that I think there's a level of like people got things right, and we just I don't know. I think
I want to know what those things are so that we can create that for the future. You know?
I think Stephen's shoe is like a really good example of this.
like I've been thinking about architecture pre-World War II,
Okay.
where it's like super ornate, maybe even like pre-1900s, like crazy castles and unnecessary gargoyles on the corners of things. Like that's like
I saw.
crazy, but
Mm.
it's more interesting and thoughtful than just like glass facade skyscraper.
Yeah.
That's like, there. I guess there's not a god if you think that that's beautiful. Like I don't know.
I saw a meme that's really good. That's really speaks to what you're talking about. There's a picture of like an old lamppost that's like kind of what you're saying. It's very ornate. It's like very frilly, beautiful. It's like that picture and a normal, like modern, just like light. And the tweet was like, why do the old ones look so much better? Like, why are modern ones so boring? And someone responded, like someone quote tweeted and said, because it's easier to make. Any other grand inquiries? And then it said the R word. But that's pretty funny.
Wow.
Yeah.
But it is. It's just easier.
Yeah.
And like that's what people care about.
The other day, Nick Tolbert, I was asking him, he's like he majored in philosophy, so he's a thinker.
Steven's brother-in-law.
Yeah, shout out Nick. And I was like, what do you think this era is going to be called? There's like the Renaissance, the Dark Ages, etc. I can't think of any other generational names.
French Revolution.
The French Revolution.
Antebellum South.
Cameron, you got any? They've come to
Industrial Revolution.
Industrial Revolution.
Worst thing that could have ever happened.
Roaring 20s.
Roaring
I was
20s.
like, what do you think
Great
this
Depression era.
this time period is going to be called? And he said the glass era or glass, something like that, because everything that's incredibly successful or associated with incredible success right now is glass. Like you think of a Tesla, it's like there's like the window's ginormous on it. Or you think about the iPhone, glass. You think about present day architecture of like the biggest buildings or the nicest new homes.
Hella glass.
Tons of glass. It's like, why are we so obsessed with glass?
Yeah.
TVs.
TV.
I would have argued it would be called the information age.
Yeah, it'll definitely be.
I think that's
something
what
like
it.
that.
Yeah.
Glass
I feel like I've heard that too,
individuals.
But I like that a lot. That's really fascinating.
Yeah.
And it's like also very fragile. And I feel like people are probably
yeah.
more fragile.
I mean, literally,
than
like
ever before.
you like look around downtown Birmingham and everything is so pretty, and then they built all the skyscrapers in the 90s, and then the St. Vincent, or sorry, not the St. Vincent's, or the St. Vincent's too, but they built Children's like,
Yeah.
I don't know, 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Children's looks like super futuristic and cool, and it's like a beautiful building. But it's not like, I don't know, I think like the Tutwiler building or like I forgot what they're called, but the buildings right there, like where Salute is, are all like so pretty.
Yeah.
And I don't understand. It also just feels so weird to me that, I don't know, I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. But architecture in general, I think, is such a beautiful idea that there's like these terms. I forgot what the name of it was. I think I've talked about it on the podcast before. But in the architecture world, there's a few things that back in the day, people did things for dwellings completely out of utility. And then a few of those things have lasted until today because people have preferences toward them. So a few examples are like fireplaces. Like they're because of only utility in the very beginning stages.
Warmth in the home.
Yeah, but now people keep them because they don't need them because we have heaters, but they want them. And then there's like one that I think is interesting, like in Mykonos, I think that's what it's called, in Greece, like the white with the blue roof. It was like there's some sort of dye, and there was some sort of like nature reason for why they did it, but people now, like as an aesthetic purpose, leave it that way. Yeah, I think that's fascinating too. Where when you go all the way back to like the first step out of the cave, essentially, like with dwellings, like why do we do the things that we do, and why are we keeping them? Because we technically don't need like any, like we don't need 90% of the stuff in our house, but we just want it. You know, I don't know.
Do you think that you like desire to have multiple dwellings?
I would love to have a home in the woods somewhere as like an escape place,
Yeah.
or like a family like cabin kind of vibe.
Yeah.
I think I probably would want my main and only dwelling to be that. Something where
Yeah.
home would be like a more of a escape, if that makes any sense. That might be bad. I actually don't know that. I don't know if I have a belief on that.
I don't know.
Like if I'm articulating the vision I have for my life, it's like I live in a really populated neighborhood where my kids can run around, and then we have like a family cabin that's like an hour outside the city or something to go like
Yeah.
be quiet.
And you can Airbnb it.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah, and
Airbnb
it could
that.
just be a business.
You can make money. What do you think, Cameron?
I was thinking about like how you, I don't know, like there's something about like when you have like you're not just like going on vacation and like staying at like an Airbnb or like a hotel or something. Like there's nothing really special about that. Like even if you, I guess like when I was growing up, like we used to go to the same resort out in California, like every like other year it felt like, out in Palm Springs. And so the fact that we went to the same place repetitively made it like a nostalgic type feeling that was connected to it. And it's kind of similar to like there's like if you go to places like consistently at certain times of year, like usually like the weather always like feels a particular way. Like even like some of those things that are like variables that change, like it still feels like they're always kind of like similar. Or I always say like the air during COVID like always like is like nostalgic. Like it felt just like different. Like I don't know if you ever
Fort.
Prime Fort.
It's fading all my Zoom classes.
Exactly. But like there's just nostalgic things about it, and I think that's like when you talk about like wanting to have like multiple places to like live at and like inhabit, there's like you want them to be like more than just like an escape. Like I feel like people talk about like their vacation homes as like a place to escape, like their beach house or whatever. But like they go down there and they like talk about, they usually like you talk about like people like Seaside, like they go to Seaside, they want to go to the beach, but like they have like a life in Seaside too.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is my Seaside life and like this is my Birmingham life. And like obviously like it's like I feel like the fact that there's like consistency there because you go to like the same place, not just city, but like the same like place that you like stay at, make memories at, like it allows for you to actually like, I don't know, experience it, and also like you have an experience in that place that's different than what vacations feel like, where you just like kind of go consume, and then like you're about to get on the plane and you like basically are like, I can't believe it went by so fast.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think there's something about like having somewhere consistent to go to.
Yeah.
That makes it, because like your home is like the most consistent thing, like one of the most consistent things in your life. Like you go to and from it every single day. So like the fact that even though you don't do it as much, like with a vacation home, the fact that like it's still like a constant in like your life makes you you're allowed to have a more like home like consistent experience with it. That makes it more special.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even know what we were talking about, honestly. I just kind of started talking.
We asked if you would want a second house.
Yeah.
Short answer is yes.
As someone who doesn't have a first house yet.
As a renter, yes.
I think it'd be cool. My aunt and uncle just got a lake house, and we did Thanksgiving there this Saturday, and It was like so beautiful.
Yeah.
Like actually, like
I just love the idea of having like a family, like you're saying, Kim, like a consistent place where your family can go and be,
and like
and
if
your
I have
friends can go and be.
if I have kids, and they can just like go with their friends to my second house.
Like think of
Like that sounds pretty sweet, but
I-
also like that gets that for me feels like ooh, excess vibes.
I also like I have higher aspirations of making money than most of our friends or most people that I know. So I'm also like I'll be the friend with.
I'll be the
lake
one with the
house.
dope house and
Yeah.
dope money.
But
Yeah.
like think about like so when I first moved here at the end of June, my first weekend here was July 4th weekend, and I went to the lake house with Myers' family
My
and
wrist
Steven's family, and Jacob was not invited.
Frick. I
And-
celebrate July 4th privately
That's right. But
with the dogs.
with the dogs.
it's like we
he
rented
stands in solidarity with the dogs.
we rented this Airbnb, or like I didn't rent it, but Myers' parents and
My
Steven's
parents
parents
and Steven's
split
parents
it.
did.
Cam was
And
he split it 3 ways with their parents.
Obviously, obviously, like there are so many things that happened during that weekend, and like we'll talk about those things still, like they're funny to us. But like if we were to go back next July 4th
To
Yeah.
that
to
same
the
house.
exact same spot,
Oh,
and,
this
like,
is where
talked
we
about it.
argued about politics or
Exact-
something.
like,
This
this
is
is
where
where-
Stephen made the argument that taking a profit from your business is a sin.
Oh.
I didn't bring it up because of that, but
No, it is sweet to like to go back. Like when I went John's.
I can't even remember what we were arguing. Is that what it was about for real?
it's we were playing. So
Cameron, remember?
short
Cameron-
story long.
Cameron was the one who picked the fight between
were
me
playing-
and Stephen.
We were playing Monopoly Deal.
What was the thing I had to pick
And-
with Cameron earlier? Is it, oh, you made fun of the song. Anyways, we'll get to that later.
We were playing Monopoly Deal, which is the best card game
Goated
ever.
card game.
So good.
And
We're gonna go play that after.
Myers stole property from Steven.
Yeah.
And
As
I
you-
said-
as one
savage.
does.
I'm
and I said
savage.
classic Myers,
Sassy.
the rich stealing from the poor.
The rich. That was what it was
And
about.
That led to a 2-hour deep dive into socialism versus capitalism with just a group of
Like specifically regarding whether you should the rich should be taxed more, right?
You were making an argument that I should make the same amount of money as Shane because
Oh, yeah.
a lot of what I do is quote the same as Shane.
Gnashing of
And
teeth.
I was making the argument that a business owner should make more money because that's part of their responsibility is that they're meant to like steward the entire business
We
and
talked
not
a-
just like there's a
I'm
lot
just-
more.
I'm just
We talked a
trying
lot
to get
about
you-
risk.
I'm trying to get your numbers up, Myers.
we talked a lot. We talked a lot about like
my numbers up.
the
I'm trying to
business.
get
You're trying to
money
get
out of-
me paid
I'm
more.
trying to get money out of Shane's pocket and into yours.
Yeah.
Is that so terrible, huh?
Yeah, I'm such a bad friend for that.
But we talked about like the leader of a business is taking on risk by employing the employee.
The leader of
And
the business
so-
should be God.
If the employee does, if the
Checkmate,
if
Shane.
the, yeah, sorry Shane, you lose.
The woke win
like-
again.
Yeah, I have a lot of like really complex opinions about this. So we
Anyway, I don't
have
know
to
why
talk
we're
about
deep
this.
diving into this.
Yeah.
All I brought this up was not
House
to bring
is
up
cool.
socialism.
Can I just argue my point? I'm joking.
Can I just prove
all I'm
myself
saying
right?
is that it will just be so. It would just be so fun to go back to the exact same Airbnb because then when you're there, you're like, remember when we did this last year?
Yeah.
here?
Yeah.
Remember when those people tried to come and go to the fat guy tried to go down the slide?
Remember when we blasted EDM music and shot the basketball hoop in that dark
Oh,
hallway
wow,
thing?
What an elite vibe.
That actually, the Papa shot at that place was so
Dude,
fun.
Cam had the highest score that game will ever
Oh
see.
yeah, he had like
It's so funny because that game, it's like basketball, but like you can't win if you play it like basketball.
yeah, literally.
Like
If you
have to
actually
like
just
you have to
shoot,
like play it like not
Yeah.
like shoot non-basket like
Yeah.
super unathletic.
you just grab it and throw it up.
Gosh, that was insane.
Okay, if you think about it, that's what you do in basketball anyway. Grab it and throw it up.
Okay, so we really came here today to talk about Europe.
And
And
we're
that's-
55
we're not
minutes
going to talk
in.
about Europe.
We
I just
can.
think
We'll
we
do
should
another
talk
one.
about like what European things need to become American things.
Part of my discussion
Car maintenance.
talking about like what makes us like old things is I just have a hope that our generation will be the one that like doesn't just keep building strip malls and like copy paste homes. I'd really
Built
love
like Hobby Lobby and Hibbett Sports.
I'd really love to not just have these big boxes with Hungry Howie's and Wingstop and T-Mobile stores and
Speak for yourself.
Dude, I will say I was on. Ready for this jump scare? I'm about to get hate for saying this. I was on Instagram the other day,
Bro.
Wait, I thought you didn't have one.
and
chopped.
so this is confession time for. I do not.
We're in home group.
I don't condone.
I don't get on Instagram. I got on there to post for the company that I work at.
I'm the social media strategist for the company
And
that I work at.
I tap through stories. I've been tapping through stories when I go on to post
Tap,
for
tap,
Redeemer
tap,
College lately. And because it really is interesting. I'm like, what are these people posting? And then I'm like, why are they posting? And then I'm like, this is why I'm not on Instagram, because I am turning immediately into a judgmental a-hole every time I get on it. And I don't
Steven
like
says
that
he
about
doesn't
myself.
have Instagram, but Redeemer College watches my story.
When Steven says he does an Instagram and Redeemer College sends me a brain rot reel. You've
I,
never
like, get
done
on there.
that.
I
You've
get on
never
there and Jacob has sent me via Redeemer's Instagram account like a Shrek, like perverted cat meme.
Jacoby Inc. has sent Redeemer College.
And generally, I'm sending from the browser Instagram.
So anyways, I was on there and it was like if it was like some crazy statistic. It was like if $40, have we talked about this yet?
No.
If you take one $40 purchase that you'd make on Amazon this holiday season and instead use that $40 at a local business, it was something freaking nuts. Like $1 billion will be put into local businesses this Christmas season, only in America.
Whoa.
It was like an enormous amount of money. It was like everyone who spent just 40 of the dollars they were going to spend on Amazon this Christmas in a local place, then that's how much money would be put in. So I literally like went to Seasick the next day,
Yeah.
and Gracie was like, let's just order it because they didn't have it. And I was like, no.
She's like, what the heck
And I
happened?
went through the whole thing. I went up there and I was like, hey, do y'all have this record? And the guy was an absolute jerk. I was like,
Dang.
come on, dude.
You were like,
I am not shopping local.
you were like Bezos looking
He was
real
like-
nice right now.
It was almost as if he wanted to look at me and say, like, why don't you just get this on Amazon? Like, literally. I was
Yeah.
like, come on, dude. I'm trying to freaking be
Yeah.
We literally, like, part of how I justify having our little professor membership is that we get discounts on stuff, and so we Christmas shop there. So we get people,
Yeah.
like, books.
You
and
got to know they absolutely
candles and-
rip through holidays.
I think I want to interview Jonathan Robinson. Him and his wife own and bought
Meredith.
Little Professor. Yeah. I want to interview him because he has a business. I can't remember what it's called. But it does all the back end stuff that's like really complicated for mercantile businesses like that. So it manages your inventory and helps you like with all your money and stuff like that. And I think that stuff like that sort of business could really help bring a lot of the modern technology that most small businesses struggle with back to Main Street, if you will. And I just like my utopian future that probably isn't real is that stuff like that actually works, and then people are able to open these small businesses because you can hire some software service that like builds you a website and helps you track all your inventory and handle ordering and all this stuff.
This
Yeah,
might be
like,
like a
in-
you go.
I think the most obvious example of that is like everybody's favorite candle person here is Village Apothecary. And she doesn't
They
have a
smell
storefront.
so tasty.
She literally makes all of them, wholesales them through anywhere, but she just doesn't have her own storefront because it's like, why have it's just more of a liability, both like literally with people insurance wise, and then also like, it's just another rent to pay. So she works in like a common workplace stuff, which I think is really interesting. I think there needs to be I think I was talking about this with you, Myers. I think there needs to be... No. We were talking about this with Shane at Chipotle the other night. I think leasing world is going to change for this because retail places like can't like not big box, like not like internationally run retail, like locally owned retail is gonna have to have some sort of like sway, because like people. I don't have any like proof of this, but I've heard that in Homewood and Mountain Brook, like leasing agents or like the landlords give out free rent all the time to keep to keep places in. So or like in Mountain Brook, like if it's like a cute boutique, then the owner of the boutique, like the husband and wife that own the boutique, the husband like owns the building that it's in. So like they technically don't have any rent to make. And they're definitely not flipping like inventory or something like that, because it's just like super slow.
Yeah.
Unless it's Christmas or like pretty much people only shop like this time of year, honestly.
I want to push back against I think good landlords should have that kind of flexibility.
Yeah.
Part of that is whether or not they're like super strapped for cash, because if you leverage yourself super hard and take on a lot of debt to own buildings to rent them out, then like you can't do that.
Yeah.
But I believe firmly in like the for-profit business model, and I think that if businesses go out of business because they're not making enough money, there's some problem they haven't solved.
Yeah.
And I think that there's still for sure a model for
like
a for-profit Main Street business, local boutique, whatever.
Yeah, it's not like ours to judge Village Apothecary because she doesn't have a storefront, but there's definitely a way she could be like a online Instagram ad pumping out candles and sell a few out the front, out the front door too. I just think that there's a there's like a, and I don't know exactly how to like ethically or not ethically, like philosophically figure out what the best way to do it, because I think everyone has to do it themselves. But like if you're a coffee shop and you're not doing online orders or something like that, like I don't know, and it's because like, oh well, online orders are just garbage because it like ruins with their flow. Like I think when I reflect back on my time taking online orders, whenever I worked at Black and White and hating it so much, it was because like at the time I think I was just like, face value, DoorDash is so cringe. We're a specialty coffee shop. We're not doing that. But I really don't think there's anything wrong with doing DoorDash because it just brings more money in, brings more orders in and stuff. It's just your systems aren't good. And I do think in general our systems aren't good. And then they also, after I left, they did that like, there was like a DoorDash little like freaking tray thing or whatever it was called. I forgot what it was called.
You like put your drink on like this tray that was like numbered and blocked, and then it would like notify you.
I was gonna say like
this, bro. At Sanford, there's literally in the calf, there's a Moe's, and you used to be able to walk up and order with real people at the Moe's. Have you seen this? And now, instead of walking up and ordering, generally there's 2 iPads at the base of the stairs.
Oh, yeah.
Like outside. And you have to order on the iPads if you want Moe's.
That sucks.
Like, so it's I order on the iPad and then go get your food from a person. Like, why the heck does that exist? Why can we not just order to the person? It's crazy. It's like super like modern gas stations.
Thinking about this makes me really want to open up a freaking business.
Yeah. The fridge is like a screen. And instead of it being clear and you can see the bottle, it's like a screen of what is in there.
Like I just think about like a lot of the stores that we love in New York.
Yeah.
The first thing that came to mind was like ALD, Aimé Leon d'Or. Like if I had to guess, I think that they make the majority of their money from their online store. And their storefront is like a cool thing that's sort of like part of their marketing to help like give a tangible experience to their store.
It's more of a showroom.
Yeah, like a showroom. Or like, if you're thinking about going through a food establishment, like Starbucks does app orders all the time.
Yeah.
And they do it really well. It's ready for you.
Freaking well.
Fantastic. So like it is possible to do that. It's clearly some kind of issue with Black and White or whatever the coffee shop is, that like if that's a problem, I don't know what they're laughing about.
What are you all laughing about?
It's because
He said like a showroom, like the most like easy low hanging fruit. And Myers was like correct, and Cameron looked at me like, bingo, showroom. That's good.
Anyways,
Sorry,
Very
completely
articulate.
interrupted you.
Diversify your revenue streams is what we're trying to say.
no, what I'm saying is
Have a pay some
shouldn't-
rent.
you shouldn't have to rely on the charity of others to have a successful business. There's
Okay,
some
so-
problem you're not solving.
What if your product sucks though? I guess that's the problem
That's
to
the
solve.
problem.
So one thing that I thought was cool, it was probably the most compelling thing for me when it came to like shopping local or like understand, because really like what's the hang up with like shop local versus Amazon is like, okay, I go to Little Professor, I see this book that I like, I check Amazon, it's $4 cheaper on Amazon, and all I have to do is wait 24 hours. Like that's for, I would say like for 90% of people at least, like that's the thing. It's like it's cheaper and I can basically get it in the same amount of time. And what was interesting is there's like a, it's like running, but it's also a streetwear brand called Minted, and it's these three guys and they make like streetwear and running clothes in New York City, and they have a YouTube channel, and it's not like super long YouTube videos. They're like maybe 10 to 15 minutes, but they kind of like talk about like how, like they talk about like the behind the scenes of their business, as well as like that they're like, they like to run, like that's one of their markets.
I feel like every one of their YouTube videos is titled like building a business in New York City at 27.
No, like legit. But like honestly, like one of the videos I remember right when the tariffs started, like they made a video and it was like just him at his computer. The guy's name is Marcus Milioni. He's just him at his computer talking about getting like all the cost involved with the tariffs, like getting the quality piece of clothing that they want, like to them, like branded and like curated to like however they designed it, and then like into the hands of the customers, and like how they have to price it to like make sure that it's like profitable for them, but like also like as affordable for the customer as possible too. And so like for me, that was just like super interesting of like, I feel like whenever something is more expensive, we kind of think like someone's trying to screw us. And it's like why would I buy it here? I can just get it like right here for cheaper online. And we just think that they're trying to screw us. And that was like the first time where it's like, no, there's so many like other small costs involved. And they're really not pocketing like that much
Right.
from this,
Profit
from
margins on clothing.
whatever
is
they're trying to
not-
sell us. But
Yeah.
and honestly, the reason I thought of them is because Shopify in New York, or like I don't think Shopify is like, it's like a platform, like a small business.
It's like a
transaction
it's an
platform or
e-commerce
something.
platform.
Yeah, and they they've like their YouTube channel, like their brand has like participated in like panels and stuff about like how to start like small businesses, how to be a successful small business, and like these like in like a technological age, and especially with Amazon and everything, like that's obviously everyone's number one competitor, is like quantity over quality. And anyway, that's like when you were talking about like basically like local businesses that have like consultants essentially that help them understand and do the behind the scenes administrative work to like set themselves best up for success for like longevity in a community too. I was thinking like like how Shopify uses
Shopify's
some
really
of
good at
these
that.
small like New York City brands that have kind of made themselves popular by like content creation too,
Yeah.
like on YouTube and like I don't know, you feel a little bit more connected to the people, which makes you want to like purchase their products and like support them.
Yeah.
I get like really excited about starting a business. It's honestly so funny. The more and more I talk about like small business stuff with people who own small businesses, it's so similar to starting and like maintaining a band. It's like the same concept, like what sets you apart, what rada rada. And the stuff I hated about being in a band, or do hate currently, is like trying to win or trying to like manipulate people into liking my music. The whole like there's like the reels thing, or like what's like wearable merch, like what are people gonna want to wear, and like how can we like set ourselves apart to look like we're something that's like desirable. That's the same thing that happens when you start people starting businesses, and like when that conversation comes up, like the idea of opening a cafe or like anything like a men's curated clothing store or something, like that all sounds so cool. But then when people, and this might be where we differ, it's like when people start talking about like, what can we do to set us apart so people come to our thing more? I like immediately you've lost me, you know? And I don't know if like the most successful businesses aren't considering that. Are they just like do the thing they do well enough, just like, is it just desirable to people? Are they like considering like, how can we be the best and make the most money, in turn make the most money, you know? All right,
Yes.
that's the end of the
I got
episode.
nothing else unless we want to talk about business.
We really talked about stonks.
Me and
You know what would be
Steven
fun to do
invested
on here would be
today in the same stock.
AMC.
AMC Theaters.
My subs for sale.
Why'd you guys invest in AMC?
We looked at
We asked ChatGPT what is a high risk stock that we could see great gains in the next 6 months.
because Whit Grooms told us that he did that, and it gave him some random stock, and he put $50 in it,
He's literally an entire
$80.
Seinfeld
and
episode
he's
about
up
this.
$40 in 2 weeks.
And I'll be honest with you, he gave us a few stocks, and one of the main reasons I did AMC is because you, like, people are like
people frick with movies.
incessant about AMC stubs, and I'm just like, shut up. There's no way.
But like genuinely, when you take a step back and look at it,
it's the best deal ever.
when
No.
no, I was literally gonna say you step back. It's it's like $22.99 a month,
It's a lot.
and then you're like, oh, if I just go 4 times, then like my movie ticket's only like
$5.
just under $6. No, not 5.
Just under $6. It's the same thing.
You said 5.
Holy crap.
It's
Okay.
just under $7.
So
Anyway, it's like it's all dependent on you pay the same price anyway, but like how many people are actually saving
4 movies
money.
a month
No,
is
you
a
get-
lot.
I know, and that's what I'm saying. You get and they market it to you. You get 4 movies a week.
and you don't get like you didn't get
Although I swear, if
you
you
still had to pay full price for the Wicket tickets, though, right?
I only for everyone else's. Mine was free.
Your
Or not
ticket to
free.
Wicket was free,
Mine wasn't. I didn't have to. They didn't charge me anything because I paid for the stubs.
even for like a big movie like that.
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
So, but it's, like how many people are actually
Going to that many movies.
yeah.
You
And how
know
many
what?
good movies are there a month? that are
What do
worth
you guys think is the best deal? My opinion is the REI subscription.
What?
The REI subscription is unreal. It's a $30 one-time deal, and it's like so good. Like, have you ever interacted with a deal that a business gave you that you're like genuinely how?
Movie Pass when it first came out.
It's about movies again.
You guys remember the
It was like
original
$5,
Movie Pass?
right? Or $10.
I don't even remember what it was. I just remember it was like
It was whenever
The
they
fact
were
that
like
it, like,
about to
went-
go under.
the fact that it like went out of business shows you how good of a deal it was.
Xbox Game Pass.
Like the best
dude.
current deal.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like Little Professor subscription's pretty fire.
Yeah, you get free coffee anytime you go in.
Coffee.
and you get like a percentage off. I don't remember if it's 10 or 20%
It's
off.
25. I saw it the other day. It's 25 on bestsellers and 15 on everything else.
Yeah. I used to go in there and get coffee like all the time, and I definitely like made it worth my subscription at that point.
Yeah.
I do the Mark I car wash. It's $17 a month. And honestly, just like going through the car wash, like after a hard day of work, is like genuinely so therapeutic.
Going through the car wash for free, basically.
This is why
Sounds awesome.
we're not qualified to talk about any of this, is because every time we pay for the subscription and then we like look at all this free stuff we get.
Free that I paid for.
I see 4 movies a month for free after I've paid $23 at one time. No, but one thing about the AMC thing that I think is interesting and I need to figure out is, I think sometimes I'll like sign up to see a movie because like my ticket is free. But then, like, I won't actually go and see it. I'll be like, wait, I want to do something different. But then I think it still gives me reward.
Wait, I want to go back on all my day ones.
I still want to switch up on my day ones. But then I think I still get rewards points if I don't return that ticket.
You know what's the best deal? Free Espresso Fridays at Jubala.
Free Spread Fridays at Jubala's is not a bad deal.
What's Jubala?
Jubala is like a
Bro, how do you
absolutely
not know?
great coffee shop in Raleigh. And every Friday, free espresso because they switch the espresso and they're dialing it in. Which I'm just like, why does
so
that mean
sick.
you get... or is it because they're trying to get rid of the last espresso?
No, it's not. I don't exactly know how it started, but... I mean, it's not really marketed either. It's not like they post on Instagram like it's free espresso Friday. I don't think they do.
I think, well, honestly, I was talking about this. I was talking to the brand strategist at Whammy the other day, Ethan Spates. But he genuinely does work on the brand strategy team there. But he was like wanting to put out field signs, like those signs that people put in their front yards where it's like, I have like. Freaking high
My
school
daughter is an FAB at Homewood
or
High
whatever.
School.
Yeah, but he wanted to put this out, and it was like he was gonna put like 15 of them out at Sanford or something, and then he was gonna put like a $10 gift card on one of them, and he was gonna post on the story or something, being like free $10 gift card somewhere. And I was like, I mean, that's like awesome, but like people don't really like people are just never use gift cards. Like, so I don't really even know like how good of I don't know how like helpful that would be. Like, I wouldn't get up from what I was doing to get a free coffee.
Also, like, unless you're a super fan, we put this thing in this place, and you got to go get it. Like one time, Passion posted on their Instagram, like, yo, these ticks are at this spot on campus. And I saw
used to
it.
do this at Liberty all the time.
I was on Ben Brown, and it was at the front of Buchanan. And I genuinely, like, stood up and walked over there, and I got free Passion tickets because no one else cared.
Yeah.
And it's like, this happened the other day on campus. Whoever the guy that sings Josiah Queen, I think is his name.
Sure.
The Dust on Our Bible song.
Okay.
The guy that sings that song played at Sanford the other day. Like, not like free. It was like he was like, the venue he played was the Wright Center. And the tour manager was walking around, and I walked past him, and he saw my Speed hat, and it was like, oh, cool, I like that band, whatever. And he was like, you want free tickets tonight? And gave me 2 free tickets to the show.
Wow.
Like, people just like walk around like.
Well, what I was going to say is it needs to be insane, like what they're doing,
Yeah.
in order for it to be, because when people get on Instagram, what actually catches your attention needs to be chaos. Because that's what people are actually seeing on there.
Yeah.
So there's like these people in Nashville that just literally hide $400, and there's no point to the account at all. It's just like hidden Nashville or something like that, and then they just put $400 on a random telephone pole in Nashville. And they're like, first one to find it wins.
I have my answer.
And I'm like, what do we do? So that's what I told Ethan to do. Was like literally go
Just
put a
$200. Yeah.
put a $100 bill somewhere, and people will watch your account and figure out who you are, because that's what you want. Because
Or
no
you
one
could do
cares
Poop
about
Dollar.
paying for a coffee.
You know Poop Dollar?
No.
You same concept, but it's $1 and it's got poop inside of it. And when someone finds it, you're like hiding somewhere where they could hear you, and you go, Poop Dollar!
Myers, I want you to have a chance to talk, because I know you said you have your answer, and I'm not even sure what the question is. But I want to put Steven in an impossible scenario after this.
Poop dollar.
Well, my answer was kind of serious. So.
That's okay.
You can go serious.
I'll find the video and show it to you.
The question was like, what's a deal that's like so insane you can't believe it exists?
Probably the gospel.
Yeah, it's this thing called salvation. There is a podcast called Founders, and it's free. And this dude spends all of his waking time reading biographies and news stories and anything he can find on the world's greatest founders and entrepreneurs. And then he condenses it into about an hour and a half long podcast and puts it out once a week.
Gabe McGann loves this podcast.
And like,
I'm excited to listen to the Elon Musk one tomorrow.
as
on
an
the plane.
as a educational tool, it's like you could learn more from this than probably any business degree anywhere, to be honest. Like as far as information, you can't make the connections with professors and meet all the students in the class with you and whatever, but like purely from an information, education, knowledge perspective, like that podcast is like an unbelievable tool.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Sick.
the answer.
That's true.
And it's
I
free.
love that.
And I'm obsessed
Wow.
with it.
Founders.
And
like
the
that-
dude, this is also like insane too. He's been doing this for like 6 or 8 years. And now
why'd you
he's
say it
like-
that?
Why did you say? Why did you say
Why
the
did you say
number
six?
between
the amount of
The
brain
restraint.
capacity and restraint to say 6 to 8.
I actually didn't even think about it. He's now like friends with like Daniel Eck, who started Spotify, and Michael Dell,
Frick that guy.
who started Dell.
Hell.
Like he's friends with these people now. Todd Graves, who started Canes, because he like
Goat.
studies these people.
That's
And
really
so
sick.
then all these like crazy, super successful entrepreneurs and creators like want to know him.
You seen that
because-
McDonald's movie?
Founder.
I have.
I messed with that movie.
Wait, that movie makes you low-key hate McDonald's. for,
I
like,
low key
15
hate.
minutes or
Yeah,
so.
I low key
I
kind
probably
of
watched the
hated
movie
him.
for the first time like 4 years ago. I've probably legit been to McDonald's inside of America. I've probably only been to McDonald's 2 times since
I
then.
cried when he like first discovers the idea, but by the end I hated him because he like left his wife and like gave up on his day
I
ones.
just remember he
I don't
just
remember that part.
He like gave up on his day ones.
He switched
Bro,
up on his
that's La,
names
that's
for
La
Mickey
La
D's.
Land. You're
Sounds
getting it mixed
sounds
up
like
with La
somebody
La
I
Land.
know right now, dude.
What do you guys think about switching up on your day ones?
Wait, can I put
Think about it.
Earlier, I asked Cameron
Think
if he
about it.
wanted to go to Big Spin. He said, I've been to Big Spin a lot this week.
We don't need to go down this rabbit trail.
Cameron,
can
take
we-
us home and put Steven in an
Can we
impossible
put Steven in an
situation.
impossible
Can I
simulation
turn on
here?
the exit music whenever. you
Wait, no,
do
not
this?
yet, not yet, not yet.
No, I just want this to be pretty majestic when you put me in a blender.
So
Frag in a blender.
for the viewers at home, Steven is very anti Instagram and specifically Instagram Reels. And Myers and Jacob's doing good right now because he's only using the Safari browser. But Myers and I, we like to laugh at Reels and we like to send Reels to each other. And so my question is for Steven is, being principally against Reels, would you rather us watch Reels individually and send them to each other, or sit in the same room with each other and watch Reels and show them to each other in person? Because I was just saying how I'm excited to go home for Thanksgiving tomorrow, and like
And just send
me and my
Reels.
well, it's like me and my cousin, we send each other Reels, but now like we'll be in the same room, and it's gonna be so much more enjoyable to like show it to him and see him laugh in person.
Before
Like, that's a joyful moment that
Yeah.
I get to share with them. Is that like, is there anything virtuous about that?
Yeah, I would say before Steven answers, as someone who's like, my Instagram's deactivated right now, I'm pretty anti-Instagram, although I do like enjoy it from time to time. Like, laughing at Reels with your friends, it's like really hard for me to like genuinely be like, this is bad.
And I genuinely am not asking this to be like
rage
I
baby.
know I like to rage. You know I like to rage bait, but like I do
you
not
want
ask this.
poker?
I do not ask this question out of like a rage.
You like
bait-full
actually
spirit.
want to know my answer to this, or you're just you're?
I want to. I mean, you have to pick either by yourself and send via online, or be in the same room and show each other in person. Those are your only options. There's no like third. There's no third way. As
I just feel like this is going to be more than like 3 minutes.
Thanks for listening. I don't know, man. I think I have to pick one. I think you're being too much of a binary thinker in this.
Bruh.
Says the binary thinker.
I'm a non-binary thinker. I'm a thought daughter.
son, daughter, gay
I
thoughter,
thought
son,
I thought
daughter.
you were American.
Oh.
I'm just like, you can't. You don't think there's anything, Sorry to bring it to, or we can bring it around to your sphere, which is ministry. Is there not something like somewhat incarnational about watching reels with someone and showing that to them in person and laughing together?
I'm gonna be honest. I haven't watched like Instagram reels in the way that you watch Instagram reels in a long time, so I don't really remember.
What way? What way would that be?
Like Frog and Blender, Poop Dollar,
Like funny stuff?
like Shrek memes. Yeah, like I definitely like fall victim to freaking. I'm like on YouTube and I see a guy like cooking like essentially orange chicken or like spaghetti or something, and I'll watch like 1 65-second long
YouTube short.
But I don't like, I rarely ever scroll to like 2. I definitely never make it to like 10 or 15 or 20 or 100 in the way that I think you're talking about right now. That's what I'm assuming you're talking about. You're watching like really funny ones and you're watching like 100 at a time.
Like
it's kind of more so like if you you like begin to send back and my most positive like reels experience. There's a lot of negative ones, but I would say my most positive is like when I am sending like videos back and forth with like Henry would be sitting here, and like because I've clicked on all the ones that he sent me, my entire algorithm has just turned into like stuff that's funny like that. So it's not like you're like sitting and just like scrolling and not talking and then being like, oh, here's something funny, and then you're back. It's just like it's more of like a colloquial, communal experience.
It's not even really about like, honestly, like when I speak from my own experience, it's not like, oh, we sat there for an hour and did that, but it's like for like 5 to 10 minutes we maybe did it, and just like how like hard we laughed together.
Yeah,
it's like such a joyful experience.
Like Steven, when me
like
and you,
maybe it's manufactured, I don't know, but
this has happened a few times where me and you are in the same group chat and we'll be in the same room and no one else in the group chat's in the room, and we just send like, we go back to like 2017 part of our camera roll and just send like dumb memes, and like that's so fun. It's like a very similar feeling to that feeling where you're like when the T-pose go bruh on it or something and it's like Buzz Lightyear deep fried. It's like the feeling that gives you, like that is what we're alluding to, I think.
Yeah, I don't think we even really need to get into like what reels are.
What reels are?
Like actually, like short.
Talking to Mike, son.
What reels are actually short form media that's algorithm based. Like that's a whole nother conversation that we've had before.
Like I think that,
but if you separate it from that,
okay, apart from the phone, like what do you think what do you like the most about that?
Apart from the phone,
like laughing with my friends,
laughing with your cousin that you're at home with. Thanks to. I'm all about that, dude.
Like like laughing with Jacob, laughing with Myers.
I would definitely rather you be laughing like with your cousin in person than, but also like that's not like for me to like. I think in general, like laughing with someone rather than laughing with them over the phone is just goated. You know what I mean?
So what I'm hearing you say is that we should watch a lot of reels with our cousins.
Whenever TikTok originally came out back during
Binary.
the pandemic, I like We used to throw TikTok up on AirPlay and do that. Like
That's so fun.
I remember
dude.
doing that and thinking and being like, it was so funny to me. The more ridiculous the algorithm was,
Yeah.
and it was not funny to some people in the room.
That's like
at
when we put a
all.
cringe compilation on at CLT retreat. Literally, John Meadows was like,
What is happening?
"What is?"
Every
And it's like an
time-
anime girl.
Every time we go on a vacation and Steven and I are both in the same place, Steven puts on Fail Army,
I love that crap.
and I never really think it's funny.
Yeah, but it's fun. It's funny because of how funny Shane thinks it is.
That is true.
Like Shane genuinely thinks
dies
it's like
laughing.
the funniest thing
And
ever.
it's like the same video we watched
that's
last
why I
time,
think
and
it's
he laughs
fun
at
to-
the same one that he laughed at last time.
And Shane just like has a great reaction
Sometimes
to those
I just
videos.
think it's funny. Like sometimes people like legitimately think that there is like a mutual thing that everyone can like, and I'm like, even nowadays with how particular everybody is, it's just like funny. And I think me throwing Fail Army up is like making fun of that like cultural moment we're in right now, where it's like we like if somebody tries to throw up like I don't know, like what's a movie everybody likes? Like if somebody threw up like
The
like
Grinch.
the
Elf,
Grinch-
dude.
Remember the
No,
titles.
well, I guess like Christmas movies might be different, but like this summer when we were at the lake, if somebody threw like Sweet Home Alabama or like How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, like movies that like everybody's just like,
Knows
oh, this
is
is a
good,
good
yeah.
movie. Like people would. There's no way you could get everybody on board for one movie, but for whatever reason, if you throw like Fail Army up,
Sorry, my keys, my foot.
oh. I was like, frick, somebody's in here. But like, if you throw Fail Army up on the on the TiVo, everybody's like, whoa,
Fail Army,
backflips,
Family
or like
Feud.
People Are Awesome 2025.
Family
November.
Feud is all. I feel like almost everyone could get behind.
it's kind of like America's Funniest Home Videos like 20 years ago.
literally.
Was like
AFV
the
was like,
funniest thing
yeah.
ever.
gosh, I love old YouTube.
And bro,
Charlie the Unicorn.
we're just
Salad
kind of getting to the point where we
fingers.
kind of talk. We should just get off air and just
Yeah.
kind of
Just
talk.
like B-boys.
But thank y'all for listening today, guys. We love you. We didn't talk about Europe at all, but this is. I hope you had a good laugh because I had a few.
this is a good podcast.
This was 4 guys sitting in chairs talking to each other with microphones in front of our mouths.
Michael Phone. Subway got the best white Michael Damien nut cookies.
And just like these 4 seats that we're sitting in, as they say in the furniture business,
Chairs.
Cheers.